Hello, the Internet. Welcome to another exciting episode of The Adventures of Dr. Dropkick. I am your titular host, Dr. Dropkick, and we're back with more Fabled lands. When we last left off, we began the adventure of Torgrim the Barbarian. He washed up shore in Yellowport and quickly established himself as a low-level adventurer by heading into the sewers and slaying a rat king and his tribe of evil rats that were plaguing the local merchants. As you do. We also picked up a quest to recover a ancient book from some scorpion men. That one sounds a little tricky, so I don't think we're going to do that one just yet. And we were also given a quest by a bard to find the greatest song or greatest story ever told. We're going to find out about that one. Torgrim, he struggles with music. It's not really his thing. He's more of a sword guy, so we'll see how that one ends up. When we last left off, we finished up here in Marlock City, here in Saqqara, which is a country currently just exiting a civil war. There's been a military coup, and things are very tense here in Saqqara still. So we have to be very cautious of where we tread and how we tread. I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to head up the Yellow River today, and we're going to head to, I think it's the, Yellow Dragon Lake, this lake right here. And we're going to see what we can find there. We're going to head up through Trefoil. We've already been in Trefoil, but it's kind of a nice shortcut across the plains here. Trefoil was a city destroyed in the Civil War that is now being rebuilt. The main road between Marlock City, Trefoil, and Karan Baru is well maintained with regular guard posts. The Sakkarans are nothing if not efficient, so we can just roll the die here. We rolled a 1. Bad omen, lose a blessing. We don't have a blessing to lose, so life just sort of carries on. Good. The city of Trefoil is a terrifying vision of apocalyptic destruction. It had once been a thriving crossroad town, but now it is a burnt-out hulk. It is almost razed to the ground when it declared for the late king during the recent civil war, and tried to hold out against the army of Grieve Morlock, the current Protector General of Saqqara. It was then sacked by the General's mercenaries, and General Marlock is now trying to rebuild it. Craftsmen are hard at work everywhere. Unfortunately, there's nothing here but ashes and rubble, so we'll carry on. To the riverbank. You are following the course of the stinking river, and it certainly does stink, laden with sulfur as it is. Test your luck. Alright, roll the die. Nothing, huh? Stung by a large golden insect. Wonderful. You are stung by a large golden insect. You have been poisoned by the sting of an insect. You have 1 point subtracted from your combat as you are weakened, although no ability can drop to 0. You are poisoned, but you can restore it if you get cured. So we'll have to go to... That's a Temple of Makkah, it says, to get that restored. Well, there's one of those. So we are getting -1 to our combat, which is offset by our Great Axe. So our combat is base 7. We get +1 for our Great Axe, -1 because we're infected. I think we should change our plans slightly. We're going to head back down to Yellowport, and we're going to visit the temple and get that fixed. It's 1 step away. We're right outside the city, basically. So, Yellowport is the second largest city in Saqqara. It is mainly a trading town, and is known for its exotic goods from distant Ancon Konu, way to the south. The stinking river brings rich deposits of sulfur from the Lake of the Sea Dragon down to the town, where it is extracted and stored in the large waterfront warehouses run by the Merchants Guild. From here, the mineral is exported all over Harkuna. Unfortunately, all that sulfur has its drawbacks. The stink is abominable, and much of the city has a yellowish hue. The river is so full of sulfur that it is virtually useless as a source of food or of drinking water. However, the demand for sulfur, especially from the sorceress guilds, is great. Politically, much has changed in the past few years. The old and corrupt king of Saqqara, Corin VII, has been deposed and executed in a military coup. General Grieve Marlock and the army now control Saqqara. The old council of Yellowport has been indefinitely dissolved, and a provost marshal, Marlowe's Marlock, the general's brother, appointed as a military governor of the town. Okay, so we're going to go to the temples. You're standing in the middle of the Plaza of the Gods, where all the temples stand, and we're going to go to Maka. The Temple of Maka, the terrible goddess of disease and famine, is a large underground chamber accessible via an ornate entrance in the middle of the Plaza of the Gods, where all the other temples stand in Yellowport. Down below, the walls are bare earth. The ceiling is covered in the roots of growing plants, for Maka is also the goddess of the harvest, who must be kept happy, else disease and famine will strike the people, their crops, and their livestock, bringing ruin to all. All right, let's ask to be cured. It is fortunate we have a chosen one of Maka at this temple, says the high priestess. Only the chosen ones have the goddess given powers to cure the afflicted. It costs 75 shards, only 30 if you're an initiate, to be cured. Ugh, we only have 116, but yeah, we want to get rid of that. That's bad news, bears. You no longer have sting fever, nor suffer its effects. Yay, thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. We are not a holy man. We could become an initiate of a temple, but we do actions through deeds, not prayer. Alright, back up to the riverbanks. Try not to get stung again. Test your luck. Can I skip this? Can I not test my luck? Because if I get stung again, I'm going to be very grumpy. Fuck. Alright, well, we're stung again. Good, so all that we've done is spent $75. It's going great. Oh, thank God I haven't gotten stung by an ow! The stinking river has cut its way through the high ground here. On the edge of the chasm that overlooks the river lies the village of High Terrace. The locals are behaving very oddly. You watch the villagers lay out a fine feast on the village green. A pig is set roasting on a spit. Loaves of freshly baked bread are piled beside bowls overflowing with fruits, butter, and cheese. Lastly, the richest merchants of the village bring coffers full of silver which they set beside the table. To your amazement, instead of sitting down to dine, the villagers then scurry home and start closing the shutters on their windows. What goes on here, you ask? Why do you behave so oddly? The villagers seem quite frightened of you, but one old fellow has nerve enough to reply. The banquet is for the ghosts of the 3 travelers who lost their way in a storm, fell into our mill pond, and were drowned. When was this, you ask? 7 years since. They come every year on this night, and if we don't placate them with victuals and treasure, there'll be a mess of trouble. How do you know that? Old Megan tells us. She knows much about some things. Do you think she was always old Megan, or was she once just young Megan? Middle-aged Megan? Slightly over the hill Megan. That was a rough day when her name changed to that. Well, let's stick around. Maybe if all those fails, we can just recover our 75 shards from these poor villagers. Our options are to leave, or stay out at night and watch for ghosts. We're going to stay. From the cover of a hedge, you wait until dusk. By now, all the villagers are safely indoors with their shutters tightly barred. As the sky is turning from velvet indigo to starlit blackness of night, you see 3 pale figures come loping across the green from the direction of the mill pond. They must be the ghosts. Seeing the banquet, they utter gleeful cries and start to devour what has been set out for them. Make a magic roll. Uh-oh. So our magic is 3. It's Torgrim's weakest stat. And the difficulty is 11, so we have to roll higher than that on a 2d6. So we need a 9 or better here. Oh, we rolled a 7. Failed. The moon begins to rise, making the ghosts seem to glow. They sit hunched over their feast like vultures, occasionally stirring their hands in the pile of silver coins and tittering eerily. So we can either confront them or stay hidden. So they're eating and they're running their hands through the coins. This doesn't feel like ghost behavior to me, so we're going to stay hidden and follow them when they leave. The other option is to confront them. But we are also still slightly spooked by ghosts and spirits and things. Being a mighty warrior, we deal with the corporeal. So we're just gonna watch for now. Burdened by the heavy chest of coins, the three figures have left deep footprints in the grass. Real ghost behavior. Make a scouting roll. So we have a scouting score of 4, and the difficulty is 10, so we need to roll a 7 or better here on 2d6. We rolled a 6, so we tied it, so that is a fail. The footprints cross a stream, and there you lose them. After an hour's fruitless searching by moonlight, you are forced to give up and go back to the village. There you are admonished for being reckless. "What if the ghosts had taken you with them back to the graves?" says one man grimly. The next day, you resume your journey. Aw, bummer. Okay. Alright, Lake of the Sea Dragon. Let's go check that out. That was kind of our goal before we got stung by an insect. Ugh. You are up the stinking river, near its source, the Lake of the Sea Dragon. From here, the yellowish waters rush down to the sea. The smell of the bubbling, sulfur-laden water is abominable. The shores of the lake are swept by ochre waves, and the air smells foul. A sickly, pale green seaweed is the only vegetation that can survive in the sulphurous waters of the lake. A small fishing village, Cadmium, has grown up on the shores of the lake. So we're in the village now. We have the option to explore or market. First stop, always baby the market. So we could buy a smolder fish. Okay, no, I'm good. We also can't afford it. It's 60. Or we could buy a silver nugget for 165. Again, that's a little out of our range here. Let's go exploring. Here we have two options: to talk to a fisherman or hire a boat and go fishing. Let's talk to the fisherman. Fishing, you ask? Surely nothing can live in these poisonous waters. The fisherman shows you a bright yellow fish with grey stripes, saying, "Only the smolder fish has adapted to the sulphur. It feeds on the local seaweed. Mind you, the smolder fish is totally inedible." Why hunt it then? Well, each fish is worth quite a bit to the sorcerers and the like. We have a standing quota to fill each month for the magical colleges at Dwemer. The sulphur-laden organs burn a particular way. A very useful ingredient in certain magics, I'm told. And where does all this sulphur come from? Scholars say there's an underground volcanic vent. Others believe it's the breath of the sea dragon. Personally, I always drop a silver nugget into the waters once a month to appease the dragon, for his favourite meal is silver. Okay. So we could go fishing, but I don't know. Because the fisherman's talking about dragons in the water and silver, and I don't know if I want to risk that. And we certainly can't afford the 165 shards for the silver nugget. So I think we're just going to leave. I don't think there's anything for us here. So we can go back onto the main road, which continues to push north. We could visit the countryside or the eastern road. I would like to sort of explore the eastern coast a little bit here. Yeah, just kind of... Like, where are we right now? There's Yellowport. So yeah, we're here, right? So let's sort of... What's this quest? We have 3 quests? I thought we only had 2. Hang on a second here. There's my quest log. Yeah, weird. It's given us like an extra quest icon. I don't know. There's only 2 quests here. Greatest story in the Book of the Seven Sages. Weird. Okay. Must be a boo-boo. See, I would like to explore this coast. Maybe we will tackle the scorpion people, or we'll give that a try at least. Maybe we can go up to Garambaru first. See if there's anything there for us. Alright, well, let's go to the eastern road. Let's do that. Let's start making our way back south. And we'll sort of explore this corner of Sakara. You are on the road between Blessed Springs and Venefax. Pilgrims, the sick and injured travel this route to the holy waters of Blessed Springs to find salvation. I'm sick. I'm sick. Can I get cured? Roll the dice, test your luck. We rolled a 5. Blessed by a priest. Oh, safety from storm's blessing. What does that do? Do I have that on my adventure sheet here? Doesn't tell me. Just says I have safety from storms. Great, cool. Right. Oh, Blessed Springs to the north. Let's go check that out. Maybe that can cure our sting fever. That sounds important. The village of Blessed Springs, nestling at the foot of a tall hill, has grown up around the holy waters, a special spring said to have healing powers. It has been fenced off by the villagers, and a priesthood appointed to supervise the supplicants who come to bathe or drink of the spring's waters. There is no market, but an alchemist has set up shop here. Okay, so there's a tavern we could explore. Check the alchemy shop. Oh, wow. Okay, so you are looking to buy and sell potions here. Looks like these are all kind of like one-off things. Not that we can afford any of this. We could sell our healing potion for 10, but no, there is nothing more important to us than a healing potion. Yeah, it looks like these all give sort of one-off bonuses, like a +1 bonus for a roll. So we don't need that in our lives. All right, let's hit the tavern. Tavern costs you 1 shard a day. Each day you spend here, you can recover. Now, we're going to spend 3 of our very few remaining shards to buy drinks and listen for rumors. A few locals are discussing recent events. It seems some hideous beast has made its lair in a cave on the hill that overlooks the village. We're good at hideous beasts. Hideous beasts are in our wheelhouse. It's a gorlock, says a farmer. And it's amassed quite a bit of treasure by all accounts, lifted by its victims. A brave adventurer like yourself could get rich if you killed it. You'd be doing us all a favour as well. You ask what a gorlock looks like, but no one knows. Nobody's come back to tell the tale, says the innkeeper. There's not much else to hear. Interesting. Okay, gorlock in the hills. Hang on, let's leave for a second here. I guess that must be Cold Bleak. That did not add as a quest to our quest log. So, all right, let's go back in here. Explore. You have heard stories of the Holy Spring and its healing powers. The village has basically grown around it, and you have limited places to openly go due to the guards hired by the priests of Maulern to patrol the area. Still, you think that you can pay a visit to? Well, we could go to the Holy Waters, talk with the owners of the alchemist shop, or explore Let's go to the Holy Waters. I really want to try to cure the sting. A wooden stockade encloses the spring at the gate. 2 militiamen stand on guard, and a priest dressed in blue robes sits behind a desk. 35 shards to enjoy the divine spa, says the priest. All right, we only have 38, so let's do it. You find a wide pool of bubbling, electric blue water. It gives off a strong, invigorating scent, like crushed pine leaves. All right, let's bathe in the waters. You strip off and wade into the bubbling waters. The effect is astonishing. You feel a sense of well-being coursing through your body. If you are suffering from disease or poison, you are cured instantly. Hey! And can restore your abilities to normal. When you're ready, you leave the area. Okay, so that's way cheaper than going to the temple. Everybody remember that this is here. Write that down in your books. One of the other options was to talk to the owner of the alchemist shop or explore the hill. Let's talk to the owners. The alchemist shop is lined with potions, jars of exotic substances, herbs, and so on. Alembics and beakers bubble and boil, full of strangely colored liquids. The alchemist, a tall, gangly fellow with a beak of a nose, sells potions. The alchemist can make you some special potions as well, but he needs some ingredients. He needs an ink sac and 250 shards. If you pay the money, he will make you a potion of restoration. It can be used... Oh, it's a full heal as well as a cure. Okay. He also needs scorpion venom and 50 shards. If you pay the money and have some scorpion venom, he will make you a scorpion antidote. It can only be used once to cure the poison. Interesting. Okay, so maybe... I gotta write this down. Hang on. There's not like a note section in here, is there? I feel like there must be. Notes. Here we go. Personal notes. Oh, great. Okay, so... Gorlock in Hills over Blessed... What the hell is the name of this place? Leave. Go back. Blessed Springs. north of Eastern Road. Okay. Over Blessed Springs, north of Eastern Road. Sokara. Alchemist there sells scorpion venom, or scorpion antidote. 50 shards. Scorpion poison. That will be good. I feel like that's going to be really important if we want to go and fight the scorpion people. Because I expect that they're going to be very good at poisoning being scorpion people and all. Let's explore the hills. We have $3 to our name. You make your way up the hill. After a while, you spot a cave set into the hillside, a little further up. Judging by the human bones dumped near the entrance, this is the lair of a dangerous beast. Oh, this is the Gorlock, okay. Fresh tracks, some of a large two-legged, three-toed creature, lead from the cave into some nearby trees. It seems it is not at home at the moment, so we can make a scouting or magic roll. Boy, that font is not doing well for scouting here. So scouting is slightly better than magic for us, I think. Scouting is 4, magic is 3, so we might as well do scouting. Our goal is 11, and we have 4, so we need to roll an 8 or higher. Well, we rolled an 8. Successful. You recognize the tracks of those of the legendary Gorlock. You remember it is said to have backward-pointing feet, so the tracks it will leave will always show the opposite direction of travel. This means that the Gorlock is currently inside the cave. Challenge the beast to combat. You advance, weapon at the ready. As you draw closer, something rushes out of the cave with a shrieking cry. It is a Gorlock, a beast with legs like a bird and a body like a reptile, with 2 short forelimbs and a beaked lizard-like head. Its 2 legs do indeed have backward-pointing feet. You'll have to fight. Fighting is what we're good at. You know, if we were like a thief or something else, we definitely would have waited. It's got 14 hit points. Alright, so how does this stuff... we have the stunning blow. Okay, good terrain. Terrain is really in our favor here. Tactical assessment. We can get +1 damage for 4 turns. Alright, let's wait for this thing to come to us. I mean, does it really matter? I want to make sure that we get that first hit in. Oh, she fast, but not fast enough. Okay. Go get him. Or can we do the stunning blow? Bam! Alright, we stunned it. Rush forward in a straight line to any enemy, hitting it for 50% weapon damage and pushing it to an adjacent tile. And it's stunned for 1 round. Now that's on cooldown, so we can't do it again, but we did hit it for 2, and it's missing its turn. So now we get another turn. Give it a hit. Give it a hit again. Beautiful, beautiful. So we hit for a total of 5 damage for that turn. I think we're 7 damage, sorry. It's at 5 hit points of 14 already. It has a defense of 6. Okay. It deals 3 to 5 damage. I think we're going to be okay here. He did hit us for 4. That sucks. We should get like a bow or something at some point. Alright, hit it again. Hit it for 3. It's got 2 hit points. 1 more, baby. Here we go. Got it. Killed it. Legendary beast. More like legendary bitch. With the Gorlock out of the way, you are free to investigate its lair. Inside the cave, you find 500 shards? Holy shit. A mace and a silver nugget. Oh my god. Dang. Alright. Cool. The village of Blessed Springs, nestling at the foot of a tall hill, has grown up. Okay, so now we've returned to the village. We are a little bit fucked up. But we have a lot of money, so let's just rest at the inn for a second here. Rest until fully healed. Alright, let's listen for rumors. Oh, it's the same one. Yeah, we've killed the Gorlock. Here's its head. Okay. Alright, okay. I think we're mostly done here at Blessed Springs, so we could go back to the Lake of the Dragon, because we have that silver nugget. So I feel... Oh, did I forget to take it? I think I forgot to take the things. Oh no. Oh no, can we go back? Damn, we forgot to take the silver nugget. You have to click it. It doesn't automatically go into your inventory. Fuck. Oh well. Alright, I'll just leave it there then. We don't need that. That's fine. I didn't want that mace anyways. We already have axes. Silver? Can't kill people with a silver nugget. Unless you throw it really hard. Oh. Alright, well, what's gone is gone. Let's carry on. Let's head south. Maybe towards the Scorpion people again. I don't know if we're going to fight them yet, but we have a lot of money now. We could potentially buy like a bow or something like that if we were to head back to Yellowport. To the Eastern Road. You are on the road between the Blessed Springs and Venefax. Pilgrims, the sick and the injured, travel this route to the holy waters of Blessed Spring. Test your luck. Roll to 4, nothing happens. Alright, Venefax. Venefax is a strange-looking village. It looks like a single gigantic building. All the houses are joined together to form a jumbled mass, and none of the houses have doors. The only way in is through holes in the rooftop. Ladders lead up to the roof, which in effect forms a network of streets that the inhabitants travel across to get to certain buildings. "We had to build it that way for defense," says a passing farmer. "You see, the Scorpion men from the south cannot climb, so they can't get inside the town." Scorpion men cannot climb. Got it. Wandering around, you clamber down a ladder into the long, low hall, the Venefax Market. A sign reads, "Closed on Thursday." Fortunately, it's not Thursday. And a stocky, barrel-chested man with piggy eyes introduces himself as Fours, the master of the market. There's not much for you to buy or sell in this provincial market. Items with no purchase price are not available locally. Oh, that's an old, from the... Because the book used to be like there was just like a large market section, right? And it would sort of list everything, but if it didn't have a purchase price, you couldn't buy it. So what do you sell? You sell some basic weapons. You do sell a short bow and a crossbow. You sell climbing gear. Scorpion antidote. That sounds like it's going to be important for us. They want to buy weapons and things. You want to buy an axe? Maybe? Yeah, I'm going to sell you this axe. No, we should hold on to it in case we lose our current axe. But I am going to buy a few things, because I think we're going to go take care of some Scorpion men. Okay. So we're going to buy Scorpion antidote for sure. Yes, possibly 2, but we'll get back to that. Okay, tell me about these weapons here. Short bow, range 5, combat no bonus, 1 to 4 damage, cost 4 action points. Sling is only 3, 1 to 3, but costs 3. The crossbow, 2 to 5 damage, range 4, action points 6. So the short bow has the best range. Lower damage and cost 4. I think we're going to buy us a short bow. Yeah, okay, let's do that. That's $50. Yes, and then we're going to buy arrow ammunition. We'll buy 20 rounds of it. It's going to cost us 40 shards. And then I think we're going to buy a second Scorpion antidote. We can always sell it back if we need to, but I feel like having a second one of those is going to be good. Nothing else really here, unless we want to buy the climbing gear, but they said that the Scorpions can't climb, so, you know, I don't know how much help that's going to be. Okay, cool. So let's head into our inventory for a second here. And we're going to equip the bow and the arrows. Okay. Now, let's go to the inn. And we're going to buy drinks for the locals and ask them about the Scorpion men. "The vicious, evil devils," says an old peasant. "Like huge scorpions they are, save that they have the head and shoulders of a man. Intelligent, too. Forever seeking to pillage our town, but they can't climb up the ladders." A soldier in the local militia speaks up. "They hate fire, too. All we have to do is sit atop the town and pepper them with flaming arrows. Can't stand that for long, mind you. Things are getting bad. They've got a sorcerer now." A young man, blind in one eye and paralyzed down one side, says, "They've got a terrible sting as well. Venom did this to me. pointing at his eye inside. They hate fire. Where could we get fire? Hang on a second. Give me my map here. Yellowport seems like a likely place to get fire. Yeah, we're going to explore the town for a second, but then we're going to head to Yellowport. Let's chat to the villagers on the rooftop. You think of the places that could be potential interest to you in the strangest looking village you've seen so far. After a while, you narrow them down to a few useful possibilities. There's the villagers on the rooftop, and the healer. A small boy runs up to you saying,
Help us! Help us! The man-eating bloodthirsty Gobgobbler has got my little sister.
His mother, a flaxen-haired beauty, comes up behind him. Surely you mean bloodthirsty, not Thursday. Oh no, replies the young mother. The man-eating bloodthirsty Godgobbler is named because it hunts only on Thursdays, but it's not Thursday. We learned that. The boy's name is Mikhail, and his mother is Lynn. Her husband is away in the army, and her young daughter, Haley, was taken by the beast last Thursday. Apparently, several people have disappeared, never to be seen again. Please help us. So you're telling me she's available? All right, yeah, we'll help them. That's what we do. We fight things with sticks. You wait until Thursday. Lydon tells you that the disappearances happened a little out of town, near an old farmhouse. As you leave town, you notice Fours, master of the market, heading in the opposite direction. All right, hang on. Fours is closed on Thursdays. Let's follow Fours. After a while, Fours circles around, heading across the country. You can't see me. I'm squinting my eyes in suspicion. It wants me to make a scouting roll. Again, my scouting is 4, and the difficulty is 9, so as long as we roll a 6 or higher, we're going to be okay. We rolled an 8. We're good. We got 12 total. You trail Fours to the old farm. He goes inside, and you creep to see what he's doing. 3 rough-looking thugs are helping Fours get into what is obviously a monster suit. It's a bit like a giant hairy toad made of the hide of some animal stretched over a wooden framework. So much for the dreaded Gobgobbler. You wait by the door. As the thugs emerge, you club one to the ground, but you will have to fight the other 2. I have a cough here, sorry. All this reading gets to the throat. Fight! It's fighting time. What up, thugs? How's it going? You are... Yep, that's a thug. Well, one's a brigand and one's a thug. Not a lot of hit points on either of them. We have a very defensive place here. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to step up into our little defensive cubby here. We're going to swap weapons to our bow, but I don't think we can fire it because it costs us... Well, they're out of range anyways. So we will tactical assessment for that extra damage, though. Alright, come here, you nerds. Good, great. They can step over these, but, you know. So let's shoot one of them. Let's shoot the thug. With the bow. Daka! Oh, just full-on killed him. Excellent work. Alright, we're going to swap weapons, because, well, this guy's got... How many action points do you have, Brigand? 4, so it'd be 1... Yeah, he could get up to us, but not attack us next turn. So let's swap back. Oh. Well, can we bum rush him? Yeah, we can. Bonk! Then we charge across the rocks, leaping directly into him and shoving him backwards with a stun. Then with a great swing of the axe, he loses his head, laying next to the body of his friend with the arrow in the chest. Maybe I'll start trying to narrate the fights a little bit more, you know. It's a skill I've been trying to work on is narrating fights, because it's good for, like, turn-based RPGs where not a lot is visible. After the beating, you served Fours and his accomplishments. Well, Fours wasn't there, but okay. He wasn't in the fight. You wake him up with a bucket of cold water. He's eager to run off, but the sight of a hardened adventurer, rather than a timid villager, he surrenders and confesses all. He terrified people with the monster disguise to keep them away from the farm. He and his men were kidnapping villagers, chaining them in the cellar below, and selling them to a slaver from Karimbaru for work in the slave mines. You find Haley and several other villagers down below in the cellar. Don't hurt me, begged Fours. I've already forgotten his accent. I'm only trying to make a few shards. What, by selling your own people into slavery? Says one of the villagers, giving him a good kick. You lead them back to Venefax. Haley runs to her mother's arms for a tearful reunion. Lynn, the mother, gives you a suit of chainmail and a sword. Okay, now actually click these and put them in your inventory, you idiot. These have all been in the family for generations. It's all I have to give, and you've been maintaining the chainmail, right? There's generations. If this is like 40-year-old chainmail and it hasn't been maintained, Fours is hauled off to the local magistrate for judgment. He will probably be sold into slavery. Yay! Alright, let's put that on. Because I think that's better than what we have right now, right? Defense plus 3. Yeah, defense plus 2. So yeah, let's put that on. We can sell the sword. We can sell the chain of the ring mail now that we don't need that. Yes, I like that. It's like this has been in, it's the classic RPG thing. This has been in our family for generations. Just turns around and sells it for 40 shards. Goodbye. And we're going to sell off this armor. We don't need that either. Okay. So let's go back to the let's go back into the Explorer here in Venefax, and let's go chat with the village healer. You climb down the ladder into a house with herbs and plants hanging on the walls, and shelves lined with pots, pans, and bottles of all sorts. Licorice. The healer, an old woman, can cure you of the effects of sting fever for 25 shards. I spent 75 shards at that temple, and this lady can heal me for 25. The spring can heal me for 35. That's all she does. Alright, let's leave, and let's head to Yellow Fever and try to figure out this fire situation here. Is there something here in the main town? Oh, let's check on our investments. Oh, I should read the description. I'm sorry. Oh, so we have 100 shards invested in the guild here. And to find out how well your investment's done, we just have to test your luck. Whoop. We rolled a 6. A loss of 50%. Oh, man. The guild broker tells you of any knowledge of the best trading routes. Oh, this is no longer relevant. Oh, man. No, we're just going to leave it. We're fine. Okay. Oh, we've read the Yellow Port already. I told you about the stinking sulfur. Okay, good. Market. Is there anything here fire related? Do we have, like, fire arrows? No. An amber wand. So, there is definitely, like, a world in this game where you can absolutely just, like, focus on becoming a merchant and just, like, amassing wealth by buying and selling items from different cities. And that's always kind of an interesting way to play. Lockpicks. It gives me a thievery +1. Scouting +1. The holy trinket. So these are things that you can buy and just like keep in your inventory to give you bonuses. Oh, we could buy a longbow, which is the better bow. We'll come back to that thought. He also sells... Wow, this place is all kinds of stuff. So he also sells scrolls here that will permanently boost your, like, defense or archery or weapons. Wow. Oh, damn. Wow. Okay. We can't afford that, though. That's 600. We only have 300. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. If we were to buy the longbow, that would be 2. Hang on for a second here. Hang on. My brain's spinning. I'm going to take that off just to see how much it would be to sell that bow. So if we sell that, that's 40. That's not a whole lot. Is this significantly better, the longbow? So it's range 6 versus range 5. A +1 combat bonus versus none. Damage is 2 to 5. Damage is 1 to 5. I mean, the longbow is just better in every possible scenario. But if I buy that, I can't afford to buy treasure map. which is a treasure map. We're going to buy the treasure map later. Let's buy the longbow. I know I just spent all that money on a short bow, but off it goes. Yeah, we have 123. We're going to be okay. Okay. So, we're going to leave and we're going to equip that. God, we have like nothing. We only have armor. We have no helmet. Yeah, we're lacking a bit here. Alright, so we're going to go back to Venefax. And then we're going to head down to Scorpion Blight. We're going to do this today. Let's go. Mummy, I'm scared. Oh, we can... See, now I'm just ignoring things. We can delete this Scorelock note here. Okay. Okay, and, bestiary. Oh, cool. It actually shows us, like, the models. We fought 3% of the entries. Oh, in the different areas. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright. Huh. Sorry, I'm delaying at this point. Let's go. I'm a little spooked. You are on a rough track that runs between Venefax and the territories of the Scorpion Men, slogging your way through hot, dry scrubland. A hawk circles overhead, cawing harshly. A couple of scorpion men scuttle out of the brush to confront you. They resemble huge scorpions, but with a human head and torso. They also hold swords and shields in their human arms. The creature's eyes blaze with an unearthly yellow light, and they scabble towards you with frightening speed, whipping their stings up and around you. You must fight them. Okay. Maybe we can take one of their shields. Although we have a great axe, we can't really use a shield. Oh! He is just... That face is incredible. He's serving so much cunt right now. So 9 hit points a hit, huh? Jeez. Okay. It's bow time. We can definitely hit this guy here. We can hit them both, really. Point. Okay. Not great, honestly. And with his speed, he's going to be, like, on me. I'm going to come... Oh, I don't have the action points to do that. Dang, okay. Let's swap... Let's stay here. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to head up 1. We only have 4 action points, and it costs us, what, 4 to shoot, right? So he's going to have to come around this way, which is good. This other one's further behind. So we're going to pop off another shot at this one in front of us. Torgrim draws back the bow. The longbow quivering with the tension. A release. The arrow sails through the air, striking the scorpion man in the shoulder. He grunts with pain, dropping to 2 legs, because he's got 6. He's got 1 hit point left. He stands, bloodied but angry. We have 2 action points left. He's going to be on us, so we're going to switch to our axe now. Oh, he's just... Oh, right, he has a range of 2. Shit, he can just do that. We only have 2 action points. Can we just, like, run up and hit him? No. Let's back up a step here. And just leave it for now. Force them to come to us. Build up our action points. Great, okay. So we're going to step forward 1. We're going to... Yeah, we have 4. So we're going to take a swing at him, which would then leave us with 1. Torgrim steadies his grip upon the axe, swinging it with a mighty cry, digging directly into the torso of the Scorpion Man, dragging him to the ground. With a grunt, Torgrim rips the axe out of the Scorpion Man's hide and turns to face the other one. Scorpion Man takes a swing. Torgrim takes a small hit, but shrugs it off, the armor absorbing most of the blow. Torgrim points at the Scorpion Man and says, "You're next." Bracing himself, he lowers his shoulder and charges against the Scorpion Man, crashing into him, pushing him back and stunning him. The Scorpion Man staggers back to his feet, but Torgrim swings with the axe at the downed creature, crashing past the shield into the hardened shards of the hide. The axe sticks deep, but Torgrim rips it free, the Scorpion Man screaming with pain as he stands back to his feet. Swinging at Torgrim, Torgrim dances aside, but the sword grazes against his arm. Torgrim stands fast, looks at the Scorpion Man, and tactically assesses him. With new knowledge of the Scorpion Man's weak points, I'll give you a hint, it's his head. Torgrim grips the axe and swings, severing the head from the body. The tactical assessment of the head is the weak spot was right. So we only took 2 points of damage, and we didn't get poisoned, which is great. The creature falls dead. You can squeeze a little of its venom from the sting. Oh, I have been poisoned. Shit. Okay, well, first off, we're going to take that. You've been poisoned by the Scorpion Man's venom. You have 1 point subtracted from your combat, thievery, and scouting. You are severely weakened. No ability can drop below 0. You're poisoned, but you can get cured. Okay, cool. You wander on until you come to a ridge. Down below, in a shallow valley, is a great mound of earth. Many barrows have been dug through it, and the Scorpion Men are crawling in and out. This is the mound of the Scorpion Men, their home. You know that the Book of the Seven Sages that Pylades wanted to you to get lies within the mind. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. I wish I had fire. I don't. I have the lantern. Wait. Was there a torch for sale in one of these? We're going to back off. We're going to back off for a minute here. We're going to head back to Yellowport. Check to see if there's like a torch for sale in one of these. I feel like there was. I feel like I saw a torch somewhere. Maybe I'm just crazy. Oh, I don't want to go through Shadar Tor, though, to get to Marlock City. Alright, come on. Back we go. Enough waffling. It's time to be a hero. I just don't want to lose. We could quick save. Oh, we should visit the healer, actually, while we're here. Oh, that's the Sting Fever. That's not the Scorpion. Like, we do have the option to save the game before we do that. Oh, we have to fight these nerds again? Alright, fine. Fine. I've been wasting my time here. Alright, eat shit, Scorpion Man. I'm just gonna try to blow through this fight. Continue eating shit, Scorpion Man. Oh, I'm gonna do my tactical assessment. Why not? Oh, it uses 3 action points. I need like another action point in my life. Alright, they're in range now to attack me, so we're just gonna step up and hit him. He's gonna take a swing at me and hit me for 1. I'll bum rush him. I got no more action points. He's got 1 hit point left. I've got 8. I should drink that healing potion, though. Alright, victory again. There's no, like, experience in this. That's a thing to know. A major part of it is as you complete quests. Like Pylades said he would increase my skills. That's sort of how you level up, is by doing things. But first, before we do this, we're going to drink this healing potion. Glug, glug, glug. Is it possible, I wonder, to start with the bow and arrow equipped each combat so I don't have to... Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Alright, in we go. You wait until nightfall, then creep towards the mound. Make a thievery roll. Oh no, my thievery skill's 2 because it's reduced by the poison. And I have to beat a 9, so this has to be 8 or higher. We rolled a 7. Failed. You're spotted by a spear-armed guard. It gives an undulating cry of alarm, and many others swarm out of the mound. You have little choice but to run, with a pack of deadly killers close behind. Desperately, you try to lose them in the night. Test your luck. Alright. 5. The Scorpion Men cannot keep up with you. Scorpion Men cannot keep up with you, and you leg it back to the road. Maybe you can try again later. Damn. Okay, yeah, this is not happening for us. We've got to figure out fire or something. We're gonna chug down this potion here, this Scorpion Venom potion. Yeah, so it seems like no matter what, you come through this fight and you're going to get poisoned, which then makes the next section harder unless you drink the potion beforehand. But I do want to make sure that I am prepared for it. let's head back to Yellowport. Is there anything I want to do here? Not particularly. Well, I think actually what we're going to do, I think we're going to call it here, folks. What a strange adventure it's been. We traveled up the river, got stung by an insect, wandered back, paid an exorbitant amount of money, got immediately stung again, kept going up north. We met a fisher. We didn't go fishing because that just seemed very dangerous. I'm sorry, a lake dragon? I'm not going in that lake. Maybe that's my fear of water speaking through. We ventured to the Holy Springs and we killed a Gorlock. And we head down to the strange town of Venefax and beat up a local slaver and then tried to fight some scorpion men and, well, it wasn't a good time. I'd say this was a successful adventure. Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I know it's the last day of the weekend, my friends, but I hope it's a wonderful one for you. Don't forget that we have a lot of content coming up. We have streams on Tuesdays, videos on Thursdays, and Saturdays, as well as this series. So we got lots to keep you entertained. And if you want to go and watch some old stuff, please do. Hit that playlists tab in the channel. We keep everything very carefully organized in there. Friends, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to save this before I forget. There I am. Save. Yes. And I'm going to see you in the next adventure. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great rest of the day.